Hi class, so I just want to take a moment to go over the concept of the courtroom work group. The courtroom work group is essentially how the different courtroom players work together. So let me break this down for you a little more. Our legal system is an adversarial one, meaning that each side is arguing against each other to achieve a certain goal. For example, a defense attorney is fighting or arguing to keep his client from going to prison, whereas the prosecutor is fighting to get some sort of punishment for the defendant. These goals conflict with each other and pit the two attorneys against each other. The prosecutor has the burden of proof. He or she has to prove that the defendant is guilty. The defense attorney only has to cast doubt on the prosecutor's case. This is what we mean by guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. So while our court system is adversarial in nature, for it to run efficiently, or really at all, everyone who works in the court has to work together in some capacity. This is what we call the courtroom work group. In this class, we focus on the workings of the main players, the judge, the attorneys, and the jury. Each of these players have different roles to play in the courtroom, and they have expectations for the other players. In the PowerPoint I posted last week, I listed these different expectations, so make sure you go over those. But let's talk about them a little more here. In order for the courtroom to run efficiently, the attorneys expect the judge to set dates, rule on objections and arguments, and provide clear and detailed instructions for the jury. The judge expects from the prosecutor to be at the hearings, limit arguments, and to negotiate with the defense attorney for plea deals. The judge expects nearly the same for the defense attorney. The defense attorney expects the prosecutor to turn over all evidence, which of course is a law, and offer plea deals. The prosecutor expects the defense attorney to negotiate these plea deals on behalf of the client. Both attorneys expect the jury to listen to evidence and arguments, follow the instructions set by the judge, and base their decision on what was presented at trial, and to be unbiased. In reality, it is very difficult to get an unbiased jury, and they often don't base their decisions on what was said during the trial. Juries are very unpredictable. This is one of the reasons why plea deals are so attractive to attorneys. One way of thinking of the courtroom work group is as a system of reciprocity, one where no one really wants to get on the bad side of the other players because they may need that person later down the road. It's basically a bureaucracy. One thing you might notice that is missing in this process is the victim. This is because our system is not set up for the victim. Many people believe that the prosecutor represents the victim, and that's not the case. The prosecutor represents the state, with the idea that a crime victimizes society, therefore the victim in a court case is society or the state. That's why you see cases say, California v. so-and-so or Arizona v. so-and-so. Victims legally serve as witnesses, and if the defendant is convicted, they can give a victim impact statement at the sentencing hearing. Over the last 25 years, we've seen a push for more victim-centered court system, and hopefully this will continue to grow. We see it a lot with restorative justice, particularly in the juvenile court system. We're going to talk about that a little bit more towards the end of the semester. So I hope this video makes the concept of courtroom work group clearer. I want you guys to email me if you have any questions about this. The discussion for this module is about the courtroom work group, and I expect you guys to have well-informed posts. Also, the You Make the Call assignment that is open right now is on the courtroom work group. It's a major concept in understanding the court system in the United States, and I want to make sure you guys all understand it. So please email me if you have questions. Okay? You guys have a great week, and thank you so much for watching this.